Hello, Tazai. Thank you guys so much for 2.5k. I was going to make this video when I was, fresh at 2k. But, I got distracted with other projects, I got busy with school, all that, and I got busy with Goatober, and I just realized that I probably could not do it, at that time, so I just waited for my, for Goatober to be over, so I had more free time, stuff like that, and then boom, we're already at 2.5k, and that is super awesome. I thank you guys so much for 2.5k, and I did my 1k subscriber QnA, so now we're gonna do 2.5k subscriber Q&A. Basic question: what experience caused you to become interested in creating your own artwork? There wasn't like a specific experience or anything. It was more just like, when you're younger, everyone drew when they were younger, when they were little. I feel like that's just a universal experience. But some people, just are a lot more interested in it than others, and that's usually what makes people want to start drawing as a legitimate hobby as they get older. So that's basically just it. I was younger and I drew stuff, and I never grew out of that. So basically, I drew stuff when I was younger because everyone did, and I just ended up not growing out of it. Critique question: what would you like to improve in terms of creating your own artwork? I want to be able to draw side profiles better, especially when it comes to like bodies, because side profile faces, I can do it kind of, it doesn't look perfect, but I can kind of do it. But with like bodies, it is extremely difficult. Like I don't even try. Like I literally don't even try because of how bad it looks when I do it. So that is something I probably want to improve. Weird question: what would you do if you had your arms and legs swapped? I have no idea, but this is for you. Do you think of yourself as primarily a part of the art/animation community or on YouTube, or do you think of yourself as a commentator? Well, the answer to that question is both, but usually it depends on the drama revolving around me. Like, if more people are criticizing my art and they're doing it like over a long period of time, and there's just a bunch of people out here shitting on the shit in my art and animations, whether they're saying it's bad or whether, people are trying to twist things that they think are symbolism for bad things when they're not, or just misunderstanding symbolism or finding symbolism places where there isn't, or not understanding what irony is, like the Shaggy situation. I know I bring that up way too often, but, I'm just giving an example for people to kind of understand what I'm talking about. Like with the Shaggy situation, that's essentially what it was. My art being shat on for, insert, oh, you're doing bad things with your artwork argument, like, insert that. Well, if my commentary is what's being shat on, I'm focusing more on my commentary and defending my commentaries, which means I feel more like a commentator. It depends on what I'm being shit on, what about my content is being shat on at the time. It's kind of pathetic, but that's just the way my brain works. If there's a bunch of people all at the same time shitting on my art, I'm going to be defending my art, therefore thinking a lot more about my art, therefore I think myself more as an artist. And same thing with commentary. You get what I mean. What are your current fandoms or current hyperfixations? Well, with current, I'm not really in any, like, hardcore fandoms when it comes to, like, shit like drawing fan art, because I draw fan art when I'm in fandoms usually, but I guess my current hyperfixation is Sam and Max. I know I'm like a decade late to the party, but oh my god, is that show literally so good, and the games are so good. Just like, I haven't even played the games, I've just like watched people play the games, and the games are literally so good. It's just, I love it. It's really good. So, yeah, that's my answer. I've also been interested in Invader Zim. It's not like a hyperfixation or anything, and I'm not like seriously in the fandom. It's more of just like a thing I think is cool. That's all I can really think of right now. So, I guess that's my answer. What is your opinion on furries? Why the name Mushroom Girl? And last, how did you develop your art style? Was it always kind of like this, or did it change a lot with time? Okay, so, answer to the first question, furries are fine, you know, like, I don't get why people have such strong opinions on furries. They're just people who like to either draw anthropomorphic animals or dress up as them. There's not really much to dislike about them, you know? Like, I have friends who are furries. I'm literally drawing a furry character, like, in this video. So, obviously, you know, furries are cool. I don't care. Though I will say that, furries that, bought fursuits, who, like, you know, bought those fucking, like, 10K fursuits, dude, they're either really rich or really good at managing their money, dude. I could never. Why the name Mushroom Girl? So, with the name, I'm gonna explain how I got the name Mushroom Girl and how I got the name MG, which I think you guys all know. MG stands for Mushroom Girl. It's literally the initials of Mushroom Girl, but there's more to it than that. So, for Mushroom Girl, it's kind of a funny story, and it's a story I don't like to look back at a lot, because it's back at a time where I was not mentally healthy, and that kind of spiraled into me making a vent account that was dedicated to things like weirdcore. There's a lot of, like, weirdcore accounts. I think anybody who's been on TikTok or was on TikTok at the time probably knows about the weirdcore accounts where they make the little weirdcore stories. I made those, except it was, like, supposed to be venting my frustrations about people who hurt me, and it was very unhealthy. Like, it was a very unhealthy way of coping. It literally made shit 10 times worse. You know, shit went down. It was a horrible way of coping. It's probably good for some people, but it just did not work for me. In that account, I called Mushroom Girl. And I called that account Mushroom Girl because my Sona, my, like, weirdcore Sona had a mushroom head, which, you may know as Tadpole. Yes, I still have that character. And yeah, so basically it came from a really shitty vent account that I shouldn't have made. But hey, if I didn't make that account, I would not be where I am today. So, you know, I guess that's good and fun and all. Yeah, so basically it just came from, like, when I was really, really in a bad, like, mental space. I was fucked up, bro, like, oh my god. And it came from it basically stemmed from a very unhealthy coping mechanism, and now it's a channel that has 2.5k subscribers on YouTube. Whoa. So, yeah, and about, like, MG, so obviously it stands for Mushroom Girl. I think everyone kind of got that idea, but, I actually joined it was a, like, fandom, you know those, like, joint accounts where people all like log into the same TikTok account, and then they all post content on it, so it's like a shared account. I was on one of those where it was like a fandom. It was like, I think it was like fandom related, where we could just post a bunch of fandom content. And I needed some kind of, because we all needed some kind of like thing to kind of, we needed some kind of like name or something to kind of sign off as, so people knew who was posting the content. And Mushroom Girl would be kind of annoying and take up a lot of the screen and take up, stuff like that. So I just chose MG because it was easier. It was, people got the gist. It was Mushroom Girl. So that's where the MG came from. And I still use it to this day. And honestly, I'm more comfortable with the name MG than I am with, like, my real name. And I'm not just talking about, like, the internet, just in general. Well, I wish I could have people in real life call me MG. Honestly, that'd be great. And, about the art style thing, it definitely changed, though there was a time where, really started to, like, form my art style now. Like, my first ever art style was, like, stereotypical young, like, little kid anime drawings, basically. Like, I would, like, when little kids find out what anime is, and then they draw, like, anime art, that's what mine was. And then it went to a more Roblox-inspired style, because that's when I started to get hyper-fixated on, Roblox myths and shit like that. And then it started to become more like the style it is today. And I just kind of kept adding improvements to that style, until I got to the style I have today. That's actually why I don't draw my characters with ears, because I never really drew my characters with ears. I definitely do draw my characters with ears, it's just not very often. Like, I really only draw the ears if I need the ears to be there, or if I just, like, suddenly remember to draw the ears. It's also why I never really drew my characters with noses. It's, because it all stemmed from that Roblox style, which does not have noses, nor does it have ears. And while my style is definitely not a Roblox style anymore, that's where it kind of originated from, which is why there are certain features not in my style today that, like noses and ears and stuff like that. Opinions on anime. If you like anime, what are your favorite shows, and what are some shows you absolutely despise? This sounds like such a nerdy question. I recently haven't really been interested in anime. I haven't watched anime in a long time. Last time I watched anime was when I watched Pokemon when I was younger, and I watched, like, Glitter Force and stuff like that. But recently, haven't really been interested in anime. Not really been interested in many TV shows in general. And about my favorite shows, since I don't really watch anime, my favorite just shows in general, obviously Sam and Max, very good show. I like Invader Zim as well. Invader Zim's a very good show. This one is a bit stupid, but, like, it's kind of like my guilty pleasure, but H2O Mermaid Adventures, not the live action, the cartoon, it's such a nostalgic show for me, because that's, I used to really be into that show, and I've watched it recently, and it is such a good show. I would definitely recommend you check it out if you like marine biology and shit. Like, it's nothing, like, crazy, because, like, it's a kid's show, so it's nothing, like, it's not like super, educational, but it does, marine biology and shit is definitely a big part in it. And it's such a good show, It's very anime inspired, so if you like anime, you'd probably like that show. It's kind of like with Miraculous Ladybug, well, it isn't quite anime, but it's definitely has those influences. And Hell of a Boss is a great show. I think Hell of a Boss is a good show. That is definitely on my favorites list. Also, of course, Happy Tree Friends. I kind of forgot to mention that, but Happy Tree Friends, yeah. But a show I despise, and I'm gonna try my best to make this very quick, though I could make an entire video talking about this one show and why it is terrible. And I know this is gonna be a hot take, but I think Panty and Stocking is terrible. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. I'm so sorry. Listen, I love the animation. I love the character designs, at least most of them. I think that the visuals of the show, other than like the whole donut lip thing, is great. I think that it's beautiful, wonderful. Some of the best animation in a TV show I've seen. But the thing is, the plots of the episodes are absolute garbage. I understand it's a parody, and I understand that it's supposed to be, like, not serious and just kind of stuff like that. But, oh my god, it's not enjoyable. Like, I literally suffered sitting through, like, a couple of the episodes, because I didn't watch the full show. I just watched, like, some of the episodes. I think I got to, like, episode 5 or 6. I can't remember. But I remember just trying to sit through it, trying to find things that, like, maybe I could watch the show, and maybe there's just, but it was just episode after episode after episode of just explicit fetishes. And I'm just like, dude, I understand what you're trying to parody, and I understand that you're making it sexual like this in a way to be humorous, but it's not working. You can do, like, sexual humor works, just in this case, it really, really did not work because of not only how frequently it was used, just the fact that the entire show was just uncomfortable to watch. Like, I was not enjoying watching it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about that. Yeah, I don't like Panty and Stocking. Please don't cancel me. I'm so sorry. Which OC has your favorite design? I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I don't really have a favorite. Most of the time, I don't really like my characters because of their design, even though I do like a lot of my characters' designs. I just kind of like them mostly because they're, like, mine. They are, like, I like them because I like the concepts. I like, stuff like that. I like drawing them. Not just because of their design, but just because I have a personal attachment to them, So, I don't know. I guess the answer is all of them, or at least most of them. What brush do you use the most? While I have recently been kind of playing around with different brushes, I use Dip Pen Hard the most. It's what I usually use for sketching, and also line art. I also use this blending brush, which is very helpful. I use it to blend out, like, blush and stuff. You've probably seen me use it in speed paints. I don't remember. I think I just got it on, like, Pinterest or something. I think I found it on Pinterest, and I just used it. So it's not, I didn't make the brush, nor is it, like, a brush that you can find in IBS Paint. I don't need to put the QR code for Dip Pen Hard, because, it's a default brush. It's literally, like, the first one you see, one of the first ones you see when you, open the basic IBS Paint brushes. But, for the blending one, here's the QR code. It only works with IBS Paint, so you can't put the QR code in any other program. Unfortunately, I wish that was how it worked. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is, I really like popcorn shrimp. I also like salmon. Salmon is my favorite meat, like, ever. It is so good. Like, it is so good. What is your oldest drawing? Obviously I don't have my oldest drawing, but I'll just put some, old art on the screen right now. My old art was, extremely interesting. What's your favorite boba flavor? Mine's vinegar. My favorite boba flavor is, I like coconut boba, I like, watermelon boba, but it really depends on the, place I get it from. Usually I get coconut, from this really good boba place that's at a mall that's near me. Whenever I get it, I always get, coconut. I also like honeydew flavored boba and, brown sugar, you know, the classic boba. It really depends on where I'm getting it from, because when it comes to, boba, like canned boba, I love, brown sugar and honeydew. When it comes to, boba from this one boba place that's at the mall, I always get coconut. And Thai tea boba is also really good. But when it comes to, this one pho place that sometimes I go to, the boba is really odd because it's, like, basically a, like, slushy milkshake kind of texture instead of, like, milk, you know? But it's really good. I always get watermelon from that one. Do you have any pets? Nope. I used to have a pet rabbit, but other than that, I don't have any pets. What's your opinion on rats? Rats are very nice. And, I believe that's it for this video. I thank you guys a lot for the amount of subscribers that you guys have, kindly gifted me. Thank you. We will probably hit 3K within a month or so, because it did take a month. It's been a month since I made that post talking about the 2K special, and that was, like, a little bit before I had 2K, like, I think, like, you know, a couple days before I had 2K. So, we're at 2.5, and it's a month later. So, if my flow of how many subs I'm getting is gonna be consistent, I should have about 3K in a month. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for 2.5K subs. Goodbye.